Did you know the city of Raleigh intends to stop fast food restaurants or any type of restaurants from having drive-through windows? I want to talk very quickly about the why this is, I think this is a bad idea and some of the unintended consequences that are going to come in. First of all, the reason for doing it is to reduce CO2 emissions, carbon dioxide emissions. And well, why that sounds good on the surface, this may actually increase carbon dioxide emissions. Now think about this. If we've got existing restaurants that have fast food windows and we stop new ones from putting in fast food restaurants, what's going to happen? What's going to happen is that it's going to be much more likely that people are going to be pulling in to the restaurants that do have the windows, and those lines are going to just get longer. It's also going to affect mothers, fathers with children. They're going to have to stop their cars and unload the kids and get them into the restaurant. Mothers with babies, you can sort of see where that's all going. They can no longer just go through a window to make a pickup. Handicapped people will be affected by this. That means they're not going to be able to go through a drive-in window. They're going to have to walk into the restaurant. And, you know, just for the general population that wants to make that quick stop going home from work or picking up a cup of coffee and a biscuit into work, all those type of stops, the people will now have to stop and park in the restaurant and walk in. And for the restaurants, that means that there's going to be lost business with this law being passed. The other thing is that deliveries are going to become more frequent. That means instead of someone driving by a restaurant and picking stuff up on the way home, they are going to now start ordering it through the delivery services. And those delivery services, of course, drive cars and emit CO2 emissions. Now, regardless of what you believe about CO2 and global warming and everything, if we look at the impact of this, even if it did have a positive impact, which it looks like it doesn't, what you're talking about at any given time, for the most part, you're talking about less than 1% of the cars that are out there running on the road being in a window. So if you eliminate the cars that are at windows, we're talking about less than 1% of the CO2 emissions, and at the same time causing a great amount of inconvenience for the citizens at large. So just overall, I think this is a really, really bad idea that has not been thought out. And I think we need to take another look at this whole thing. You know, it's just another case of sort of government coming in, being intrusive. One other thought on this too is that you're going to see less restaurants opened up in the future as Raleigh grows. The business model for these restaurants is largely dependent on for fast food places on people driving through windows, and the spreadsheets just aren't going to look good. It's going to cut out a certain amount of the restaurant business, and we will see less restaurants opening up in the newer sections of Raleigh as we go. So overall, this is just really a bad idea. I'm Whitney for Raleigh. I'd like to hear what your views are on this subject. You can put those in underneath the video, and if you like this video, please subscribe to it. Thank you, and that's all.